Okay, in this video, I want to talk to you all about MBA programs. What you learn in an MBA program, why it's useful, what are the benefits, its format, structure, that type of thing. So let's start with what you learn in an MBA program. Well, it is a mixture of business-related concepts, accounting, finance, marketing, analytics, economics, things of that nature. So most MBA programs are structured where there is a basic core curriculum. Many programs require you to have some level of business exposure or knowledge coming in. If you don't have that, but you do have the adequate experience that they're looking for, they'll allow you to take prerequisite courses as part of the program to prepare you, and oftentimes that's just making certain you have minimum skill level or skill sets that meet the requirements of subsequent classes. Okay, so generally that first semester, if not the first year, is a combination of those basic concept courses. It is financial and managerial accounting, macro and microeconomics, statistical methods or quantitative analysis, principles of marketing, and perhaps something else in the field like corporate finance, courses like that. Now, the second year of an MBA program, because most MBA programs are 2 years long. Okay, the second year of the MBA program is focused more on the concentration that you wish to pursue in the MBA program. Sometimes there are defined concentrations, sometimes not, and you can simply put the classes you want to put together as electives. Within a defined concentration, it's going to be all of whatever interest set you're looking for: accounting, finance, marketing, etc. If there is no defined concentration, there'll be parameters on what courses you can select and how they go together and things like that. But that's a huge benefit to allow you to take the courses that allow you to acquire knowledge or skill set associated with whatever your primary interest is. Okay, and MBA programs tend to have a wide variety of elective courses in that field, so you have some options in that regard. Okay, now in terms of format, I talked to you about length of time. That's primarily for a full-time program. There are accelerated MBA programs that happen within 10 months, 12 months, 16 months, that type of thing, rather than the traditional 2, 9, or 10-month formats with a summer in between. That's usually reserved for internships. I will say this: the full-time MBA program tends to be the most advantageous for the students. It has that component of the summer in between the 2 semesters that's made for internships, which is normally one of the keys to landing a job in the career field or the particular company you're interested in, because many of your particularly Fortune 1000 companies recruit new hires almost exclusively from MBA programs, and they're looking for new entry-level but professional service providers, so at the corporate level, but entry-level professional service providers that have 3 to 5 to 7 years experience to come in, or consultants who already have a wealth of experience with the education coming in type scenario. And other companies are looking for labor managers who, once again, have that higher level of education and exposure in there. So that's the 2-year function, how the internship fits in there. Please watch our other video or video series on internships and why they're important and how they're used in the hiring process. There's a lot of great information in there about how small, mid-size, and Fortune 500 companies hire and the role of the internship in that process. Okay, so anyway, the full-time MBA program is going to be usually between 12 months and 2 years. Part-time will be a longer period of time, but a similar total hour requirements, which is somewhere around 48 credit hours for most MBA programs. Some accelerated or part-time programs, maybe a few hours less than that. Okay, they have weekend format, modular, which you meet for week, 2 weeks, and then you don't meet again except for on weekends for an extended period of time type scenario. And then there's the format for delivery, whether it's face-to-face, online, hybrid, modular type scenario. So you'll find these in all different formats. The important thing to remember is find the format that works for you, that provides the benefits that you're looking for, which we'll discuss in a minute. Each of these programs generally has its own reputation, right? The full-time MBA program does not have the same type of reputation or the exact same reputation as the part-time or accelerated program. So that's something to know too, that there is a difference there, notably in the reputation of the programs and oftentimes quality and things like that. So that's something to remember. Now, in terms of benefits that you get from the MBA program, well, to start with, it's a finishing degree primarily. It's not a professional degree in terms of like a master's of accounting or a master's of finance. Those types of degrees, they're more practitioner-based, skill-based, coming out of an undergraduate program. Law degrees the same way. You come out of undergraduate, you don't need any particular amount of experience or things like to go into them, right? You oftentimes do an internship during those programs, and it's made to start you out as an entry-level professional service provider in that field. MBA is a little different. It's normally made for people with anywhere from 3 to 10 years of experience already who's looking to make the transition from professional service provider in their field to manager of professional service provider. So it's mainly used to move up in the organization, making that transition. Okay, so an MBA is generally not suited well for recent graduates, especially undergraduate business majors, because basically you're just going to take more courses that are very similar to the courses you've already taken. And the MBA is not going to make you a lot more placeable, especially in terms of the salary ranges and things like that you would expect from an MBA program, because it's dependent upon you having that level of experience, so that recruiters are looking for these experienced hires. It's very difficult for the school to assist you career services wise in finding a job at the salary level, at the bonus level with the benefits and the industries they're looking for, if you don't have that experience. Okay, so your top or your better MBA programs generally won't accept students who don't have a wealth of experience that will be, good candidates for those positions for the companies that come on campus and recruit, because the metrics and benefits like salary, bonus, industry make a big difference in the reputation of the program and their ranking and things like that. So it's best to wait to do an MBA program until you are or do have the characteristics that these employers that recruit at MBA programs are looking for. Okay, and once you do, an MBA is a great transitioning degree. Even if you're going to change career fields or paths, the MBA can be a great way to do that, because generally their primary benefit, once again, is their career services and what they can do for you in that regard, right? It's more so even than the actual learning that you'll get in the school. It's the career services aspect of it that can be highly beneficial. And then there's also the credentials, right? Credentials, even if you're running your own business or, it's not a transition point for you, just having the credential of an MBA can be a game changer in terms of career opportunities. It can affect how others in the organization perceive you. It can give you better qualifications for positions in the organization, and it'll affect how others outside of the organization see you in terms of your level of professionalism, expertise, that type of thing. So once again, the credential is very valuable. And then lastly, the learning, right? The things that you will learn there, the exposure you get from, and you don't just learn from the professors. You can watch our video series on what you learn in business school when we talk about, learning from professors, the value of the structure of the program, the value of students sitting beside you, and the value of experiential learning that is integrated into the business program. So if you have time, please look at that video series. It's very, very informative in that regard. But lastly, the learning collectively, those forms of learning that you'll receive there. So once again, finishing degree, it's a great career services apparatus for moving up in your career, changing careers. Great credential, and then just the learning associated with it. So hopefully understanding this will allow you to determine or make a decision or be more informed in your decision about if an MBA is right for you, and if one is right for you, what format is right for you, and what result you hope to have from the MBA program.